Hi, I'm Tandy. Today we're going to be playing some Rakdos Nethergoyf in Modern during the Modern Horizons 3 preview event. Thanks to Daybreak Games and Magic Online, I am using a fully stocked account with all the cards, and I can playtest whatever I want. Today we're going to be playing Nethergoyf. This is a one-cost star 1. It's really a star/star 1. And his power is equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard, and his toughness equal to that number +1. So this card plays a lot like the classic Tarmogoyf. If you've played with Tarmogoyf before, you should know kind of how this card is going to play out. You use a fetch land, it's going to get bigger. You use a Mishra's Bauble or a Thoughtseize or a removal spell, it's going to get bigger. And the trick, though, is that it only checks your graveyard, but it has this nice little second ability of escape where it can come back from the graveyard. And I think what you're going to end up seeing is just a whole lot of Nethergoyf looking awesome, because I think it's just a great card because it only costs 1 mana. If your opponent kills it for 1 mana, who cares? If they exile it, oh no, I guess I don't exile my graveyard and bring it back. But if they counterspell it, if they fatal push it, lightning bolt it early, make you sacrifice it, play Supreme Verdict, then on your following turn, you can just bring it back. And it might not be that big when you bring it back, maybe a 1-2 or a 2-3, but it'll grow again. That's kind of the whole point of the card, is that it'll grow again. But I fully expect Nethergoyf to kind of replace Death Shadow as like the de facto 1-drop in this style of deck. And we don't have to deal ourselves like tons of damage anymore by playing Street Wraith, Dismember, things like that. And so I'm not going to. We're just going to play some Thoughtseizes and some other creatures. We have Ragavan Nimble Pilfer, which I think has lost a lot of its luster in the format, and I think that ultimately it's going to be a solid card, but you're just seeing the ramifications of like long-term tweaking of cards to punish older cards. And even now, we're seeing Orcish Bowmasters in heavy numbers from Lord of the Rings making Bowmasters, or making Ragavan worse. But you're also going to see creatures printed that have 2 toughness, which is actually going to make Orcish Bowmasters worse. And eventually, I think Orcish Bowmasters might actually even stop being playable or good. And then we're going to have to figure out, at that point, do we play Ragavan again in high numbers? It's this weird dance where cards invalidate each other, and you have to just find little pockets to do that. Basically, just to figure out if these really powerful cards are viable again. We're going to just play Ragavan because it's maybe the best 1-drop ever printed. We're going to pair it with Thoughtseize and Inquisition of Kozilek. We're going to play Lightning Bolt and Unholy Heat as our removal spells. We have a little bit of top-end interaction with Liliana of the Veil, but I'm not really sold on this card. I think it could be really good for like growing Nethergoyf. Edicting your opponent, making each other discard, but it is expensive. Amped Raptor rather, is another excellent addition to Modern. This card specifically just lets you play something for free off the top for 2 mana, and it's a 2/1 first strike. It's very similar to Bloodbraid Elf, and it only costs 2. And I need y'all to understand that as long as you build your deck so the Amped Raptor is usually casting something for free, if not always casting for something for free, it's going to be a stellar 2-drop. A stellar 2-drop. We do have Liliana of the Veil, which can miss. We can hit Unholy Heat in spots where it can brick and be bad. We can hit Lightning Bolt and go face, and that's kind of why we're interested in Lightning Bolt. But I think that Amped Raptor might also be good in a, I don't know, maybe a deck that's like all burn spells. Lava Spikes, Lightning Bolts, Boros Charms, things like that. That way it always is doing something proactive, either playing a creature or dealing burst damage to the opponent. With that said, you can play Amped Raptor in a number of strategies. I think it's just an excellent card because it's a free 2/1. It's kind of like Burning Tree Emissary, except you gain the card as well as the mana. I don't know. It's really, really strong. I don't know if it's bannable or anything like that, but it's very, very good. Because we are low to the ground and playing a bunch of these cheap interactive pieces and a bunch of colorless and single pip cards on 2, I think we're able to play Urza Saga pretty comfortably, and I think that it adds a lot to our deck being able to win longer games after we've kind of broken each other down by playing Thoughtseizes, Inquisitions, removal spells. We're pairing it with 1 copy of Lava Spur Boots to give us some burst damage so that we can actually be aggressive when we're doing the Urza Sagas. I do expect to cut this card a lot when we play against creature-based decks and board in Unholy Heats and Toxic Deluges. So keep that in mind when you're sideboarding. If you're getting more interactive, boots can come out. But when you're playing against decks with like leyline bindings in them, Lava Sword Boots is excellent. When you're playing against decks that are like creativity, Lava Sword Boots is excellent. It just allows you to potentially close the game. And not only does it give the Saga tokens haste, but it can also give something like Nethergoyf haste, and it can get pretty big and then get haste and pretty scary. And it's something you can find off Saga. That's not Mistress Bauble, so it sticks around, pumps your Sagas, and has some intrinsic value with your other stuff. This slot was previously Shadow Spear, but we moved Shadow Spear to the sideboard because I think the burst damage from the haste is great. Our mana base with the Sagas, we have 1 Raucous Theater, 3 copies of Blood Crypt, and 1 Blackleaf Cliffs, as well as 9 fetches. I don't think we'll run out of fetches, but it is a possibility. We have not that many lands to fetch. 1 Swamp, 1 Mountain, 3 Blood Crypt, and a Theater with 9. It's kind of a lot. All right, sideboard, 2 more Unholy you can come in to add for more removal. 3 copies of Vexing Bauble. This is going to be our anti-Cascade card. There's a couple other matchups where I think it could be good, but I think 3 of them is fine. 1 copy of Nile Spellbomb. 1 Shadow Spear. 2 Curse Totem. This is going to be great against Yawgmoth. 2 Toxic Deluge. Excellent against creature-based strats. 2 Surgical Extraction for eating the graveyard. And then lastly, 2 Alpine Moon for opposing Urza Saga decks. We can't really play Blood Moon, so I want to choose Alpine Moon as our card that does that type of thing. Now, you could say we want Chalice of the Void, but I think Vexing Bauble fills that slot. You could say we want Idjir Explosives. You may be right. But this is where we're at. This is where we're going to be playing today. Let's get to the matches. So we're playing the Goy first. So I'm guessing I'll Bauble Self to see if I want to keep it. I can play around Bolt by just going fetch Bauble Goyf. So 2-3, and then if they bolt, it will survive. So maybe that's the play anyway. Just fetch Shock Foothills. Bauble. What I do at Dynavolt Tower? Dude, I love me some Dynavolt Tower. Now, if all this were in Pioneer, I'd be saying, heck yeah. Alright, revealing 3 Devour of Destinies. So they get to look at a bunch of cards off the top. Alright, so I'm not afraid. So I will bobble myself to get an extra look. I guess this is just him looking for the land, right? Devour of Destiny is kind of cool because you can... You may put one of them back, right? And where the rest go? Exile the rest. So if the top 4 are just like not something you want, you can just exile them. And he's exiling a bunch of things. So he's just looking for the 2 mana lands. And that's one of the reasons why Devour is so good. It's a card that many of y'all probably not seen yet. So he actually exiled this Eldrazi Temple. So maybe he's got mana rolled up. And I guess maybe he's looking for Chalice. I don't know. Mimic. I might have to kill Mimic. Just have to stick to my first turn. Alright. Whatever. I was hoping he would let me go again, but whatever. Well, that game was not supposed to go like that. I apologize, chat. I think Inquisition might actually end up being bad. So I think I'll cut him and leave in the Lava Sphere Boots. I guess I'll keep. I don't know if these Deluges are good, but I remember Deluge being okay at some point versus Eldrazi in Legacy, but maybe I'm misremembering. I'll keep the land. Kind of need it. Sorry, I'm just going to win the next two. I'm just going to dash Ragavan and offer a trade, I guess. I don't really want to Molten Collapse an Eldrazi Mimic. If they want to trade, I'm fine with it. Modern Tandy? Yeah. Modern Horizons 3's out on in the beta. We're playing it. Right now I'm battling against Mr. Doomwake, fellow streamer. Second Eldrazi Temple. Man, I'm not going to like playing against this again, am I? Holy. Not again. Okay. Do I just deluge for one? I just don't really want to play a 7-drop or 8-drop next turn. Thought Not Seer. So we do have two ways to kill it, but they'll take Molten Collapse and make me pay the life on it, I'm sure. You can also ignore it for a minute and activate Saga a few times. I think I'm just going to kill it and draw a card, though. Kozilek's command's pretty cool. The fact that they made it a kindred spell for the Eldrazi Temple is kind of cracked. Alright, I'm not dead yet. I can draw a Nethergoyf, and that plus the Saga can be okay. Unholy Heat's fine too. We can Unholy Heat plus Saga activate. Top card's a Thought Not Seer. Okay. Maybe I should have waited so I could play around this Thought Not Seer. Do Lava Sword Boots. So they're going to get to take something no matter what. I don't know if I should try to play around something. But we have to just kill this. And I guess I'll just pitch Lava Spur Boots. They're going to take my Bowmaster, though. But then it's Constructs versus Saga. Or versus Eldrazi. I guess he's playing the 7-drop one here, so maybe we're just dead. No covered wastes. Alright, so hard casting Null Drifter. Very cool. Has Annihilator 1 as well. Card's very good. Alright, we're dead. Dead enough. Do I have to play first? Yeah. I'm gonna mulligan. Oh. Man. I think I go to 5. Alright, this is much better than all my other hands. So we'll keep 2-land Raptor Bolts. Maybe we keep 3-land Raptor Bolt so that we can do Saga stuff. If they make me discard my Raptor and I don't draw anything, I'll probably just go for Saga on 2 so I can start activating on 3. Alright. Warren Soul Trader. I don't know what that is. Let's check it. Oh, this one. Okay. So they're probably some sort of infinite sacrifice deck. I don't mind drawing the bolts. Let's just put it on top. And I'm going to go for Raptor here. Yeah, but we didn't realize that the Eldrazi deck was too good at the first, right? Even when all the pieces were there. I guess we'll just play another Raptor. It's like... Here go. We'll Bloodbraid into Bloodbraid. I think this is just going to be good in mono red prowess. I want to try that, or like green red prowess. The problem is I don't think you can really play with like mutagenic growth, so maybe this is just a 2-drop in burn, and we just can't play the 3-drop burn spells. We just play Boros Burn with Amp Raptor. Gravecrawler, it's fine. Can't block. We don't have a Nile Spellbomb main deck, unfortunately. Let's attack for 4. And we'll just plan on throwing bolts at face, I suppose, after making sagas. Just hope we don't get combo killed by Soul Trader plus a Blood Artist or whatever. Alright, if they sack the Gravecaller to the Fraxen Tower, I might kill the Stitchers in response so that they can't just recast it automatically, but they're not really gaining anything by doing that. Alright, Bombardment. I'm gonna kill the Stitcher Supplier and see what happens. Because then they can just sack Gravecaller, kill thing, cast it, sack it, kill thing. Forsaken Miner. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this Gravecrawler as well. Because I don't want them to be able to just kill a Raptor for free. But perhaps this is trying to fight the wrong battle. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so we'll go draw. And then I guess we'll make a Lava Sphere Boots version. We'll get Swamp. Alright, hit you for 7. And now if they play any zombie, they can play Gravecrawler like multiple times or whatever, so it's not great. They can kill most of our stuff. Bombardment, Gravecrawler, Zombie is pretty good. Bloodghast is halfway there. Miner is a zombie, question mark? No, it's a skeleton rogue. Not quite, but they can just do a lot of killing my stuff. And I will be bringing in Pithy Needle for Goblin Bombardment. But Goblin Bombardment plus Forsaken Miner just allows them to machine gun everything. They get to get back Bloodghast. They can kill this contract too if they want. Warren Soul Trader. So now they can, I guess, cast Gravecaller 7 times, but I don't know what that does. They definitely should have hit me for 1, but whatever. Alright, well, we're just going to null heat the Miner and hope that they don't have another creature to play or a land to get back the Bloodghast, but I'm like treading water or whatever. Lightning Bolts. Target my thing. Sure. So they pay 1, they get back the Forsaken Miner for a black. They're at 5, and I have to draw my last 2 Lightning Bolts very quickly. I don't think anything else is going to do it. I guess the shields can go down and I can go Lava Sphere Boots on another Nethergoyf here. This can't block. Raptor. Raptor! We can even hit Lily. Raptor's a pretty good draw. Oh my god. We just did it. We just frickin' did it, chat. Nice. We just frickin' did it. Alright, Extraction. Vexing Bauble works on nothing. Now Spell Bomb's good. Shadow Spear. I think Unholy Heat and Lily can come out. Everything else is fine-ish. We cut the needle. Rip. Dang. That was a cool kill. Amped Raptor and another Nethergoyf to suit him up. Put the boots on. These boots are made for walking. Sounds pretty good. We're gonna keep. We have the ability to take away a Goblin Bombardment. Everything else is just like squishy creatures. Let's go for Inquisition just to take away Bombardment before it gets out of hand if they have it. Meltdown. Yeah, we'll just take Fatal Push. Beat them with regular old creatures. Just regular ass creatures. A Flare of Malice so they can sack the Miner and make me sack something. And then get back Miner. Alright, I guess I'll just Bowmaster the Blood Artist. And they can flare right now if they want to make me sack the Bowmaster, but I'm way okay with that. Because at any point they could flare me with Forsaken Miner and then get back Miner for 3. Or for 1 mana. Ah, and the ability was triggered too. Very cool. Alright, they did not hit a Gravecrawler. And their last card's Meltdown. Okay. Alright, so land? Land's pretty good. Alright, let's go for Raptor. This will be good defense against the Forsaken Miners. Alright, let's see what their top cards are going to be. So Fatal Push. A little bit of a bummer. That's okay, though. We still play defense nicely against their stuff. If they Fatal Push Goyf, we can maybe get it back soonish. Oh, they get a Miner back from the graveyard. I didn't even see that one. Forsaken Miner's kind of good, man. Alright, we'll just block a Miner. We don't want to mill them. Another Bowmasters. Go for a Darcy. I don't want to attack. I think I'll just play D. Gravecrawler. It's fine. Without a sack outlet, it's not very scary. They already have Miners. We will kill the Stitcher Supplier because it's a zombie for their Gravecrawler to keep coming back. And we just want to use our mana. So now their stuff can block. We're at... Alright, I guess we'll just go get Lava Spur Boots. Or maybe Shadow Spear. Let's get Shadow Spear. It sounds way better. Let's equip to the Flyer. And they can melt down, but it's a sorcery. We'll just attack with everything now, and we'll just try to turn the corner on them. And they should be dead next turn unless they do some wild stuff. But I'm not really afraid of Meltdown at all. We'll end of turn play another Bowmaster probably. Playing against all the sickos. Alright, Affinity. Let's look at myself. Mountain. I don't really need the land here, so I think I'm going to play Rogovan and try to clear the way next turn for an attack, or force them to put up a blocker or two blockers. Springleaf Drum. Hornythopter. So this is a Thoughtcast if he's got it. Liliana the Veil feels bad. I will go and Bowmaster the Memnite. That way I can use my mana efficiently. And if they attack, and I'm going to attack, and then if they trade, great. Or not trade, but if they block, great. And if they don't block, I might Bolt the Ornithopter to turn the Springleaf Drum off. Top card is a Springleaf Drum. We'll go and cast that. It's better than a treasure. And I'm going to kill the Ornithopter on upkeep. That way the Springleaf Drum is worse. Some of the affinity stuff's worse. Well, Thunder. I don't know if the pairing algorithm is pairing us against each other, but I mean, these are like some of the best players in the world. You know, strong player. We'll just kill the Thought Monitor. Simply kill the Batman. Alright, let's go Inky. Kappa Cannoneer only. That's fine. Let's go Nethergoyf. DRC. X. And this is Frogmancer. So we can prototype. Sure. Here we go. Pretty good. Alright, so we want some Deluges, Unholy Heats. And do we want the Vexing Baubles? They seem like they have a lot of zeros. And Affinity is not a May to pay. So if we just turn on Vexing Bauble, it might just ruin his whole game. Lost for Boost can come out. I think Liliana the Veil is a little too slow. See, we have these 7 coming in, so these 3. And then Rogovan, I think, is going to be a bit worse after sideboard, but it wasn't even that good pre-sideboard. It just was fine. Keep, I guess. Lone Claps being able to kill 2 things on turn 2 is going to be kind of good. I hope. Vexing Bauble off the top, please. They look pretty strong. I mean, everything except the Lily's looking strong. So I wish we just had Lurrus. Maybe they'll unban Lurrus at some point. Alright, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and... Ooh. I think I'm just going to Molten Collapse both of them. Probably should have fetched EOT. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, it's non-creature, non-land. Okay, so I guess I just go Vexing Bauble Inquisition. Wish I'd drawn this previously, but what are you gonna do? They can pay 1 for... Oh, he should have played 1 for Frogmite. I guess he's just gonna Saga. That's fine too. I think I'm in trouble, chat. These things are so big. Maybe I'll bring the Ragavan back in on the play to punish the slow, grindy card draw stuff. If I had killed these Ornithopters earlier, we'd be taking less damage here. No, they have Thoughtcast Frogmite. Alright, so I think we play Bowmaster and Chump Block the 9. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. We missed the damage. I just want... Oh, and it countered it? I'm bad. Whatever. Mistake. Alright. The Inquisitions have looked kind of bad. I think they just have very few hits. Shadow Spear I don't think is good enough. Maybe these Delugers are just kind of bad. They just take like an astronomical amount of life to do anything. We just gotta constrict them in other ways. Let's keep. I'm not in love with this hand because we don't have 1-mana interaction, but we did board out Inquisition. And we have 3 Raptors to potentially do some stuff. We'll save the fetch land for the Molten Collapse, and we can kill... If they go like Land, Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, 1-drop or whatever, we can kill 2 things next turn. And I think I'd rather do that than Raptor. Alright, they just played a bridge, so now we'll just go... Blood Crypts, saving the fetch land for the Molten Collapse Descend. Nice. Cast the Ragavan. We even have an energy left. It doesn't matter too much, but feels good. The trick is Amped Raptor is great, and most of the other cards in the deck are bad. Which is weird to say. Because it's all Ragavans and Thoughtseizes. And Darcy's. The Nethergoyfs look good. Relic of Progenitus. Neither of our things use the graveyard, which is nice. Let's attack with both. Get a Ragavan trigger. Top stars a Saga. Play another Raptor, I guess. You can play another Raptor here too. Might do that. Darcy. Going wide, chat. Bloodbraid Elf, you? Froggers. That's a Froggers, chat. Pass the turn, huh? I don't really want this. Dog rebuke. Okay. Ragavan. Let's put in the grave. Swang on him. Trying to get Delirium for Darcy. Wonder if I should have tried to kill this relic. I will go ahead and play the Springleaf Drum though. Top card's Goyf. Guess we'll just put in the grave for a couple reasons. The Relic of Progenitus is going to shrink the Goyf that I have in my hand. But I might go like main phase won't collapse on the Relic of Progenitus next turn. And then that'll make sure my Nethergoyf has 1 power. Nice. They just had a bunch of air. I'd love to play first. This hand's fine. We'll keep. I'm going to go turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Bowl Your Blocker attack. Turn 1 Ragavan. Alright, well, let's attack and see if we reveal anything. Or if we even get to connect. Looks like we're connecting. Top card. We get a treasure. Misty Rainforest. We'll go ahead and play Nethergoyf. Yorgo. In a turn, we'll fetch for Raucous Theater. Try to put something in the graveyard that grows the Goyf / fix our draw for next turn. Giver of Runes. Alright, I'm happy to see that. That means that my removal spells are going to do something. But that probably means that he's on Heliod combo of some sort, which I don't think is very good for us. Silverwood Coliseum's interesting, though. Okay, so he's probably playing the Shuko deck. Alright, so he goes and gets Shuko. He'll get Raucous Theater. Top card's a Raptor. Yeah, we'll keep that. Now we have Raptor play first. And then if we hit a removal spell, great. We get to hold the ones in hand. And if we hit discard, also great. Another Goyf is fine. Let's go Bolt and hold the Unholy Heat for the 2/4. Yeah, there's a new bird that works with the Shuko. I don't know the name of it. Nadu, I think. And it's pretty strong, all things considered. Maybe they have Solitude and they're considering pitching. Alright, I'll cast this Delighted Halfling for a green. It's just another thing. Have you tried Tamio, and what do you think of her? I think she's probably broken in Legacy because of Brainstorm. I personally have no clue if she's good in any other capacity. Drawing 3 cards is a lot in a non-Treasure Cruise format, and she's not legal in Pioneer, so who knows? Sam deep in the tank on 3. I have not personally played with the Tamiya though, but I kind of know what it does. I think all the Planeswalkers are pretty cool. I don't know what kind of counter spells are over there. I'm gonna shock, play Amped Raptor. Hopefully hit, guess we'll just not cast the Unholy Heat. Deck building issue. I was hoping to hit a Thoughtseize. Maybe we should have played it post-combat in case they have some flash thing that's going to survive. Endurance. Alright, so we will hit the Endurance for Unholy Heat for 2. And then that trades, and the Nethergoyfs do some more damage. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. Or 5. Alright. And now they can play Shuko and Nadu if they have a land. Endurance is kind of a heater against my Nethergoyfs, not gonna lie. Down to 4. Plays Springheart and Tuco. This says 2 cost 1/1. When there's a battlefield under your control, you may pay green and 1. If it's attached to a creature you control, if you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature. If you didn't create a token this way, create a 1/1 green insect. So it's just landfall, make an insect. That's pretty cool. All right, well, swing in with everything, and probably going to lose to Nadu Shuko next turn. They are at 3 though, so nothing is set in stone. And this is a fine attack because they have to block most things. All right, so they're going to take 1 down to 2, and they lose their board. We'll play Darcy and hope for the best. Oh, they're going to go to 1 and keep Delighted Halfling. It's probably smart. I think it's great in Methax. I've been really enjoying it. Right here it looks bad because they just hit us with Endurance or whatever, and my draw's been very creature dense, and this build's actually very creature dense as well. I'm not stoked about it. All right, so they have Cephalid Coliseum, but you know it deals them a damage, and they're at 1. Let's see if they can Nadu plus Shuko and combo off. Fairy Time Raveler, probably not going to do it unless there's some combo that I don't know about. I don't really know what the patterns of Nadu look like. I know that they're gross, and I guess with that 2-drop, they're kind of wacky. I don't think that they're going to be casting anything for free. I don't think that they have that many activated abilities of creatures, and this is not a Damping Matrix, it only stops creatures. So I guess we'll just do Unholy Heat, Deluge, and we'll cut the Lava Sphere Boots. The Liliana seem like they're going to get weak, and then I'm going to trim 1 Ragavan on the draw. Yeah, it's fine. Still hanging out with Brad. Not too much lately. He's been really busy working and traveling. He does live not too far from me, but as far as I know, he's doing pretty good. Super busy with melee stuff now, especially now with Lorcana. I think he's actually in Chicago this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, for the challenge, the Wakana challenge. So far, Liliana's been poo poo. That's kind of always been the case with Urza Saga. 3 drops are just bad. We probably should just be playing Fable the Mirror Breaker, though. Fable makes a lot of sense. We could probably just play 4 Fable and call it a day. Maybe we can even... We have to trim some creatures. I think we still play Ragavan. But maybe the Darcy package is bad. And we definitely have too many creatures in this build. And I think we need to play Orcish Bowmasters. It's been one of the reasons why we've been in games. Also, I don't think that they have any graveyard stuff, so I don't think now Spellbomb's any good. Didn't seem like they do too much damage pressure-wise early, so Shadow Seer's not necessary. And because I'm being really interactive, the Lava Spur Boots is worse. Lava Spur Boots is good when we need to go fast. In this matchup, we need to go slow but forceful. All right. We're going to keep, but, you know, we don't have interaction. We're going to have to hope to hit some off Amped Raptor, very similar to how we hit off of Bloodbraid Elf. We got Darcy on 1, and if they play something that Shuko kills, or Orcish Bowmaster kills on 2, we'll play that, but otherwise we'll just Raptor looking for something. Delighted Halfling, I am not delighted to see you. Removal. Is what it is, I suppose. Maybe I just Raucous Theater, because I'm planning on Deluging on 3. Pops another Amped Raptor. We'll keep it. We'll just hope Amped Raptor does something, and if it doesn't, whatever. But because we drew Deluge, I don't really want to play the Darcy. I'll just try to Wrath on 3. Shifting Woodland's pretty cool. There's the Shuko. No attack. Wonder what that means. Raptor time. Up cards Darcy. Okay, we'll play it, but it's going to make our Deluge a little worse. I guess playing Raptor plays into my own thing too much, too. If this is Nadu, they get to just make 4 triggers minimum. It's just so silly. Say draw, give over. See, they get to draw 4 cards / put 4 lands into play, and every creature they play lets them do 2 more. Nadu plus Shuko is legitimately disgusting. They even have Veil Summer. Wow, that's powerful. And now every creature they play lets them do 2 more. And if they hit a land, they can play another creature and do 2 more. They might just play out their whole deck, which is kind of unbelievable, but... So they draw Solitude. And, like, here's the thing. Even if we're able to untap and do something about it, they have 7 cards in hand or whatever, man. Solitude. And they even have Veil Summer to protect from everything except Deluge. Alright, so now they get 2 more activations. Oh no, they only get 1 more. Oh no, it's a different iteration. I don't see how I can win this game. I know they have Stern Scolding, Veil Summer. And we get to blow up the board if they don't have a counterspell here, but... And then we still have to beat... Let's see, for 4? We have to beat Saga. Woodland, I think, with Delirium. Can't quite get there, I don't think. Alright, so I think that they cycled a Veil Summer there. I wasn't paying that much attention. I'm checked out. I'm basically dead this game. So they can Saga, equips Shuka, doesn't really do anything. They have another Nadu? Oh my. Okay. Well, this is silly. It's really silly, chat. It's extremely silly. I'm gonna let him do his thing, though. I'm gonna let him play it out. And I'm gonna let him kill me. He's gonna draw his deck next turn, but this is just stuff we also just need to see how good or bad it is. And with the Spring Heart and Tuco, any land is more creatures. And so, like, this is just game. And these are all new cards, too. The Shuko, or sorry, the Nantuko, Spring Heart, the Nadu. You know? And every time they hit a land now, they get to do it again. And they hit another Nadu, so even if I have a backup. They also have 2 more fetch land, and each one of those is 2 more triggers. Back up to 6 cards in hand. Port of Calling. That's how you do it, Optimus. Hopefully my opponents extend me the same courtesies. But the Spring Heart Nantuko plus the Nadu, this is a cool little thing. I mean, we just Wrathed, right? They had turn 3, make 6 land drops, 6 cards in hand. Now it's 1,000 times worse. It's not something I'm looking forward to playing against, but it is something that we need to see. And I don't even, they don't, like, their deck is just, like, bad control after that. I'm curious what if they actually have a kill. Like a hard kill. But they don't need it. Alright, let's go Darcy. This will just go Amphiraptor. Whatever. I've lost, but I'm playing the game. We are playing the game, chat. Yes, we can target Springheart. Alright, Scolding and Tiz. I'm going to see if he can draw his deck this turn. Remember, this is only turn 5. And if he's able to draw his deck by turn 5, which I think it's pretty easy to draw the deck here, because of how the Springheart works. Alright, let's see what the Court of Calling is for. I'm curious if there's an infinite. Maybe it's infinite life of some kind? For 5. X is 5. Maybe it's Archangel of Tithes or Archangel of Thune or something? Time for Plague Engineer to kill some bugs? Maybe. Endurance, you. Alright. You got it. It's just endurance. Dang. The Saga acting as more Shukos is also kind of sick. Hitting Dryad Arbor is kind of fun. Endurance goes infinite with the pieces they have. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I can win. They can draw their deck and have like a perfect 7, which probably has some sort of counterspell in it. I just want to see how I actually die, other than attack for 1 a bunch. And if it is just attack for 1 a bunch, that's perfectly fine. The Springheart Natuko is kind of a genius find. Just allows you to go forever. This is turn 5 and they've drawn their deck. And I killed their board on 3. Is this a lethal attack? 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's not quite lethal this turn. Just short, I think. Let's see. Shifting Woodlands maybe kills me. Yeah, nice. Alright, game number 3. I think I will go for Ragavans on the play. Just forcing a block on 2 sometimes is good. The Bowmaster seems like it's not doing enough. So maybe let's trim 1. And I think that that's good. It's probably just a Cope Angle Optimus. I think Surgical in general is just bad. Unless your opponent's like heavy graveyard stuff. I mean, that game I literally just drew no discard, no removal, and my opponent did their thing. But Nadu plus Shuko is kind of ridiculous. Definitely going to keep this one. Sounds kind of sicko. All right, we'll go for turn 1 Ragavan. All right, let's take a look at their top. So Delighted Halfling. All right. Well, we'll go for a Raptor on 2 to try to kill it and attack if they just play that. Plains. Prismatic Ending. Ripperoo. Alright, Colored Source, and I'll play Darcy. No. Maybe I should still play Darcy. Because Raptor might hit Unholy Heat or Bolt. Delighted Halfling. Okay. Didn't draw another Colored Source. Oh, well, we know they have Ephemerate in their deck. So maybe going for a removal spell here is bad. Next turn, this will get Delirium. So maybe I just Saga? I don't know if this is right. I wish I had a Springleaf Drum. Could have played this maybe. So they played a Bestow on it. Ooh, gross. Alright. Did draw a colored source. We'll put these on the stack. And I think I float. Alright, let's get a Blood Crypt. I'm going to start with Thoughtseize. Then we can play Raptor. I don't think we'll need the Mountain next turn. Let's bin it. I mean, Grim Lavamancer is kind of cracked. Alright, so we'll just take Nadu, whatever. So they have 3 Ephemerates. Cancel. I guess I'll just make a token. What a hand. Yeah, I mean, now we just play around Ephemerate protection as best we can, and we just attack a bunch. Hope they don't draw lands for Springheart and Tuco. Alright, GG. Alright, so after a bunch of matches playing with Nethergoyf today, I can confidently say that Nethergoyf is a great card. And I don't mean like, oh, Nethergoyf is broken. Nethergoyf is too good. I just mean it's a great card. It's well designed. It didn't feel oppressive. It was regularly a 2/3. And I think that that just means that it's just good. And, you know, I don't think we built it to maximize its value in this deck. Playing stuff like Fable the Mirror Breaker, Tarfire, Seal of Fire, these are all things that we could potentially play to make Nethergoyf better. Ultimately, I don't know that that's necessary. It was never really necessary with Tarmogoyf, especially now that we have Urza Saga chilling. Urza Saga adds so much value to Nethergoyf just by auto-dying at some point, growing it, getting Lava Spur Boots, getting Shadow Spear, getting Mistress Bauble to go to the graveyard for an extra artifact to grow it. Just so much in your deck. Just playing the game of Magic allows Nethergoyf to be good. And we have a few ways to grow it with Dragon Rage Channeler and some, you know, off-kilter permanent types like there's a Saga and the Lilianas of the Veil. But for the most part, Nethergoyf's just good, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's just been a great card, and I highly recommend picking them up and playing them in your Jund-style decks. Rakdos, Jund, Golgari, these are all decks that are going to want to play Nethergoyf. You're going to want to pair it with things like Fable the Mirror Breaker, Rin 6, Amped Raptor, maybe Tarmogoyfs. Maybe you can play Nethergoyf Tarmogoyf and be a little too graveyard-centric for my taste, but we are playing Darcy, so I think that it makes some sense to just pair Nethergoyf with other Goyfs because they all care about the graveyard. But long story short, man, the deck felt pretty solid. I think I'd probably cut Liliana the Veil moving forward. That'll, if we play something like Fable the Mirrorbreaker, that allows us to play Gigantha as a companion. In a previous build, we had Gigantha as a companion, and it was okay, but I wanted to try out Lilies, and they were quite bad. I think I could have cast it twice and chose not to both times because I was using Urza Saga. But that's one of the parts about Urza Saga is that playing Urza Saga makes 3-drops bad. And so if you do play 3-drops, they need to be excellent. And Fable the Mirrorbreaker is excellent. Liliana the Veil is a great card, but it is not excellent. And there are not enough spots where you can cast it freely. It works poorly with the Mountain as well, and a double Saga draw. So we're just going to get it out of the deck. Amped Raptor was great, but with 20 creatures, I think we were just a bit too heavy on threats. I would like to maybe cut either Darcy, but I hate cutting Darcy because it works well with Nethergoyf and Bauble. But Amped Raptor was really good. I don't know if this is the deck for it, but it was just an excellent card every time I cast it. I mean, I was hitting Unholy Heat, I think 2 out of the 6 times or something that I cast it, and it was still solid. So, Boatmasters, great as always. Probably a little too good for the format. I really don't like what it does to uh, elf decks, for example. I mean, we saw our last round opponent just kind of gave up because I killed their elf on 2 and they didn't want to play against it, and I don't blame them. It's brutal, but that's just the universe we live in where creatures with 1 toughness have trouble existing because of the card Orcish Bowmasters and because of Wrenn and 6. I don't know that I want more discard. I don't know that I'd go up to 3 Inquisition, but I did like Thoughtseize and Inquisition together. I really like that type of early game with Amped Raptor. And yeah, sideboard, Toxic Deluge looks solid. The Shadow Spear was pretty great one game. The Nihil Spellbomb was hit or miss. Vexing Bauble was pretty decent against Mengu. The Unholy Heats were obviously great. We probably should just be playing 4 main. Molten Collapse was actually kind of bad. Being a sorcery sucked. I thought I would hit more like Ether Vials and stuff with it, but it just didn't come up enough. Needing to have the hold the fetch land for it was kind of brutal sometimes, because doing so meant that I couldn't double spell in some spots, so I had to fetch, and then it lost its luster. But yeah, overall, Nethergoyf great. Pretty solid day playing with it. Had a lot of fun. Make sure to pick them up and try them out for yourself if you're interested in this style of deck. Before we go, I'd like to say thanks to our sponsors. You can check out apexgaming.gg for information about their tournament series. Ross Merriam and I will be doing commentary next month for a double Modern Open on Saturday and Sunday. That'll be, I believe, July 13th, 14th weekend. You can check out their website for more info. Check out moxfield.com. It's a great website for building decks and sharing them with your friends. If you want to check out the deck we played today, you can ! Deck or decklist if you're watching this in chat. And you can also check the link description if you're watching this on YouTube. Lastly, I'd like to say a big shout out to Games and Comics Paradise. Games and Comics Paradise is a game store out of Fairfax, Virginia. They offer great deals on trading card games, accessories, singles, things like that, from Disney's Lorcana, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Pokemon. Games and Comics Paradise has it all, and you can check out their website at gcparadise.com. That's gcparadise.com. I'm Tandy. I write articles about Magic the Gathering, including sideboard guides for competitive events like your regional championship qualifiers. You can check them out at patreon.com/Tandy. I recently wrote a guide on Mono Green Devotion in Pioneer for your RCQ season, if you're interested in that. I will be moving into Modern heavily during the Modern Horizons 3 season, so keep an eye on that, and I'll be writing about new decks, some guides here and there when I find decks that I really like for Modern. That's going to do it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tandy. We'll see you next time.